Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is another day, another dollar, and it's time to get your money up, not your funny up. Ben, it is episode 76 of the Otaku Brothers podcast. We are back, baby. We are back.
We are
It's
so
good to
back.
be back. It's good to be back. I'm very excited. We have a lot of fun stuff to talk about today, and most notably, the Demon Slayer movie, the Hashira training arc came out. I watched it. It was really fun. I have a lot of thoughts to talk about, so that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be dissecting the movie and talking about how awesome it was. But before that, I'm Joseph, your co-host, joined with my other co-host Ben. Sorry, I'm a little rusty today. I don't know what's going on. But Ben, how are we doing this week?
We're doing good. We're
Yeah.
doing good, Joseph.
That's good.
I think we're doing better than any other week this month.
Really?
Which is surprising, yeah.
That's good.
Besides what I just told you about, I think it's a pretty good week.
There, yeah, that's good. Valid. And we're almost spring break. We got a couple more weeks. Hang in there. Do you have any fun plans?
Maybe I do have some fun plans.
Oh yeah. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But yeah, for me it was a pretty chill week. Been busy with classes and things like that, but excited that we were almost done, and excited for the show. We got to get to talk about some anime, as well as Dune comes out this upcoming week. It's a random side topic. I bought my tickets, and oh my god, I am so excited for that. I rewatched it the other day with a buddy, the first one, and wow. It still holds up, and yeah, people are already saying, Ben, that this is one of the best sequels of all time. So it's up there with like Shrek 2.
Really?
Apparently. Yeah. So Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, I think that's what it's called, right? So yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on in the movie world. And speaking of movies, Ben, I think that's a good segue into our first topic. Ben, what is your opinion on the Naruto live action movie?
It's stupid. Why do they need it?
I agree. Yeah, I think it's really dumb.
What part is it covering? Is it?
They haven't said. All we know is that it's getting produced by Lionsgate, and they have a director. It is the director who directed Shang-Chi. A lot of people are saying that this was a good director choice, though, because of the fact that apparently, I don't even remember much about Shang-Chi, but apparently throughout Shang-Chi, there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat, and the choreography was really well done. So a lot of people are saying that this is a good sign for Naruto, which is a lot of hand-to-hand combat scenes. But yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know how it's gonna go, Ben. I don't have high hopes, but the fact that it's getting a live-action movie by Lionsgate, that means it's coming to theaters, is kind of crazy. So
I just don't get the point for all these live action things.
it's really, yeah, it is pointless. I was actually, did you watch the Avatar Last Airbender live action? I watched like the first 10-15 minutes of it, and I did not enjoy it much. But
No,
then
I figured.
again, I probably need to watch it in a more clear-headed space, because yeah, it was a long day. But so yeah, I'll give it another try. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. It seems very pointless, but I mean, that kind of begs the question, Ben. We'll have two little fun little things of, do you want it to start at the very beginning, or would you rather it start like somewhere at the tuning arc, or like Shippuden?
I mean, I think if it started just like, I feel like it has to start at the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's one of those things, right? With a lot of live action shows, a lot of live action stuff that is getting made, like Avatar or like One Piece, for instance. It's like you're watching that One Piece for what it is, live action, but you're thinking, I think to myself at least, I doubt, I would bet my life on the line that we're never gonna see, Luffy Gear 5 in real life. You know what I mean? Because it's just it's too far out, and it's too much content to explore. So I kind of don't even see the point of it in the first place, right? If you're not going to continue the story and get it that far, I mean, look at the live action Avatar, right? The M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like, obviously that was really hot garbage, so it got canceled. But it's like, a lot of people have these expectations of maybe we'll get to that point, and I don't think that it will. So if I was the director, I'd say, like, screw it, let's do a Shippuden movie, so we can see the Akatsuki or something like that to draw people in. But it is hard, I agree. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't think he should do that.
Yeah.
Like, because it's stupid. Like, why? If you're gonna make a Naruto live action movie,
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have to choose one arc, and it's probably going to be what the Land of the Waves arc, and that's
Yeah,
just like
which is a good arc. It's a really good intro arc, to be fair, but
yeah.
it's I don't know.
Now that really good intro arc is going to be tainted with
Exactly.
this live action.
Well, who knows,
It's
man?
probably not
Who
going to do well.
knows? But Ben, live action cast. Who are we thinking? We thinking we're thinking Tom Holland
No
as
idea.
Naruto, Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet as Sasuke,
Ryan Gosling as Zabuza.
Ryan
There you
Gosling
go.
as obviously Ryan Reynolds as Kakashi,
Uh-huh.
and oh my
Oh,
god,
two castings. Well,
yeah. Oh yeah, and then Zendaya as Sakura.
okay, yeah, I could
there,
see it.
there we go. We got our star cast. No, I honestly have no idea. I mean, they're probably going to be kids. I'm assuming if they do start with that, which kind of sucks, but
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm curious to see. It would be awesome though if it ends with a tease of an Akatsuki member or something. That would be.
I don't think.
I don't think they get shown that early, but
I don't think so.
it would still be cool. Just to
Yeah.
But I don't know. I honestly don't really have high hopes for it at all. But
No.
I mean, it's Lionsgate. They've had some hit or miss movies, so yeah. But I just thought that was funny and wanted to share it. Again, these live actions are crazy. I mean, isn't My Hero getting one too? I believe, right? Or
Probably. I think so.
probably. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But who knows? Who knows, Ben? Maybe we'll be wrong and we'll be looking back in 10 years from now and when we're seeing,
No.
Naruto versus Pain in live action and we'll be eating our
That's
words.
gonna be the worst thing ever.
Oh man, that'd be ridiculous.
Um, at least it's not a stage play.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Stage
think it already
plays.
has one though.
Mhm.
It does.
Probably. That's funny.
God.
But yeah, besides that, yeah, Naruto, it's for fun time to be a Naruto fan, to have your expectations. I mean, imagine seeing Toby in live action. That'd be kind of crazy, man. So,
That'll be that'll be when I'm like 50 probably.
yeah, it'll be a minute. But yeah, so Naruto's getting a live action, big whoop. But sticking to the movie train, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of what we're here to talk about today. So, again, if you don't remember from the intro, I saw the Demon Slayer Hashira training arc movie. Ben has not seen it yet, so I'm going to be breaking down the film pretty much and discussing the Hashira training arc, what I think is going to happen, what to be excited for. So yeah, but before I get into that, Ben, I wanted to ask you a question real quick about it and how it worked. Because going into it, I did know that it was going to be the first or the last two episodes from the previous season, and then like
Hmm.
40-ish minutes of new content. So whenever the Demon Slayer Hashira anime season comes out, is that 40 minutes just probably going to be one episode?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
what they usually do.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I thought. But okay, so I guess we'll just jump right into it, right? So like I said, first hour is about, the last two episodes of Demon Slayer season 3. So we get a recap of what happened with Tanjiro destroying the upper, is it the 3 and 4 demons? Is that which ones they were?
He destroys 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And then the other one also dies.
Wait, no. It's
I think
4
he
and
gets.
5.
Oh, is it 4 and 5? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
4 and 5. Okay, so he destroys one of them, which is really cool. And then so we recap all of that. I totally forgot. It was actually really cool that we had the refresher, because boy oh boy, I forgot a lot of it. Yeah, it was really cool. They also go through the first arc, so we saw the first arc of Tanjiro becoming a demon slayer, and then the Mugen
Hmm.
Train one, and then the Entertainment District arc. So that was fun. But we get up to that point, we see Tanjiro um, kill the upper four demon, and Nezuko ends up. We get big reveal. This is the part I totally forgot about, because I remember she almost died and lives and can live in the sun, but I forgot like the whole big deal behind it is that she has obtained the sun, is what they call it, right? So she now has the ability to be in the sunlight, which Michael Jackson's character wants to get, so that way he can become the ultimate demon. And yeah, so that's kind of where it ends off. Um, and then we go right into the Hashira training arc, Ben. And I'm not going to lie, as fun as it was, there was no action at all. It was all
Yeah.
dialogue. So the only action that you really get in this movie is right off the bat from the um, just the previous two episodes, which was really cool. But
Mhm.
so it starts off. It started off really cool, Ben. We got a awesome scene with the two Hashiras, the serpent Hashira. I don't know their names, dude. The serpent
Uh-huh.
Hashira and the wind Hashira, as they are with these two other demon slayers going into a castle to rescue some girl who's been kidnapped by a demon. We get there. We do get a little awesome, little cool fight scene of the two Hashiras showing off their powers, the wind and the serpent Hashira. So that was pretty cool because I think that's the first time we're seeing their powers. So
Mhm.
that was pretty cool. But then it gets you, it hits you right off the bat with a sick scene of they're chasing the final demon to because they get surrounded by a bunch of demons and they're fighting them all. And there's one left and he's running away and they're chasing him. And then they're going up at an angle and then they're jumping
Mhm.
down into a hole to go catch him. And whenever it gets to a sick shot where whenever it cuts to them jumping down into the hole, it turns out that that is the, I guess, demon realm, right? Then the Infinity Castle area,
Mhm.
is that, if that's what you call it? So they go in
Yeah.
there, and oh my god, it was so sick. But right before they can get in, the demon closes it off. So we just get the tease that like that's the first time that they're seeing it, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool flip switch up, especially because this whole past season we were seeing the demons infiltrating the Demon Slayer Corp in the Swordsmith Village. So now it's kind
Yeah.
of vice versa, is what seems to be happening. But yes, yeah, so we get that cool scene, and then we get to the Hashira, the main Hashiras all gather for a meeting. So that was really
Mhm.
cool. We get to see the Stone Dude show off a little bit of his abilities, which was sick when they're all gathered there together. But the head captain of the Hashira Corps, I don't know what his name was, the guy who's been like slowly dying, he is not able to make the meeting because he's getting really sick and is probably on the verge of death, sadly. But Ben, do we actually know what his disease is? Like why he has that disease?
A yes.
Okay.
You we find out, and it's either at the end of this arc
Mm-hmm.
or the next beginning of the next one.
Oh,
So
okay.
I won't say what it is.
Okay,
It's
no
kind
worries.
of important.
Hmm. So he doesn't show up, so he sends his wife or his caretaker in his stead to discuss everything, and she basically informs all of the Hashiras like, "Hey, we need you all to obtain these fire marks because it boosts your power and abilities, right?"
Mhm.
So she's like, "Hey, you guys need to awaken this." We get a cool scene with the Love Hashira where she's explaining how she got it, and she has honestly no idea how she awoken it, so it was
Yeah.
very silly. And then the Hashira's name? Oh my god, the one that we saw in this past season, the boy, the young one. I forgot what his like.
Boichiro.
Yeah, Morichiro. What's his like title though? Is he the
He's the Mist Hashira.
Mist Hashira? Okay, so yeah, the Mist Hashira, Mauricio. He pretty much explains how they unlocked the ability, and the lady explains to all the Hashiras that they need to awaken their abilities, so that they need to start training right now. And
Mhm.
pretty much they're all like, "Say less, we'll lock in." But she also says something that gets cut off that we don't hear, the audience doesn't hear. So I'm trying to remember what she says leading up to it, but she says something and they kind of look in shock, but then it cuts away, so we don't hear what she said. So maybe something big coming up later. But it notably, what's interesting, Ben, in which I have no idea, and I wish you could clue me in. Once they get informed about this information that they all need to start training together, the Water Hashira, I forget his name too, but the one who we've seen since season one, is like, "Hey, screw y'all. I'm not gonna go train. I'm not gonna train with y'all. I'm gonna go do my own thing." Basically, is what he says. So he heads off to go do his own thing. The Wind Hashira is like, "Dude, what are you doing?" Like they're all confused because they're all locked in, ready to go and train, and he's just like,
Mhm.
"No, I'm gonna go do my own thing." And so he tries to chase after him. They're about to fight, and then the Stone Hashira just does his cool little clap thing, and like, I guess, does he have the power to like pull you down, like gravity wise? Because it seems like they all just kind of stop in place due to his ability, which was really sick. That's all we get to see of his abilities, but it was really a cool moment just to show how strong he was. So that happens. They kind of talk all about it together, and they decide that in order to unlock their abilities, they need to train together and train the Demon Core to, be able to fight the upcoming war that's coming that they sense is on the horizon, as well as
Mhm.
discussing the elephant in the room that, hey, Nezuko needs to be protected at all costs because if she gets captured, Michael Jackson wins. So that's kind of the deal that gets introduced. We
Mhm.
also get to see a cool scene with the female demon nurse. I forgot what her name is too. I'm not gonna lie, all the side characters I really don't know any of their names. So she
Alright.
gets informed by Crow from one of the head captains saying, "Hey, we want you." She's the main girl who helped Tanjiro like the first season, with like the hidden house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so her. So she gets a letter from, or she gets a message from a crow saying, "Hey, we want you to come to the demon core headquarters so you can work with our other Hashira to
Mhm.
figure out what's going on with Nezuko and if maybe we could, figure something out." So that was really cool to see that they're asking the help of an actual demon, which is really cool. So it's showcasing that times be changing. So that was
Mhm.
fun. And then we also cut back to Tanjiro. He gets a new sword with that says, I think it said, oh my god, did it say death? Is that all it said? I believe on the sword.
Yeah, I
It
think
has
so.
Rengoku's hilt. It's really cool. And so he gets a new sword, and we get to see Inosuke and Zenitsu again. It was so awesome getting to see them again. We don't really hear anything about their backstory, about where the mission that they were on, but it was
Mhm.
just cool getting to see them again. They go off to start training, and we see a bit of the training that's happening between the Hashira levels. So we also get to see Tengen's back. He's also one of the trainers.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's there with his three wives. It was awesome getting to see them again, dude. Oh man,
Mhm.
it was sick. So they're doing like endurance training, strength training, flexibility training, reflex training. It's really cool. It's awesome. It's a cool concept, but like I said, not much action going on. A lot of talking and setup, which is what this felt like it really was.
Mhm.
And it was still just a good time getting to see every Hashira and getting to see what the next step is in the show. But I don't know, it was interesting, Ben. It definitely left me wanting more, obviously, because it ends at a very like that's just kind of where it ends. I think we also get to see the new opening at the end of it too, so that was cool.
Oh really?
Yeah, it showed the opening, so it was kind of a mid opening. I'm not gonna lie, but
Dang it, man.
I know,
Dang it.
but it was fun. It was fun. So that's pretty much the movie. We don't really see anything else of the demons besides that first scene. So yeah, I was gonna say yeah, okay, because they showed the main demon his backstory in the final episode, so that gets cleared. But I think
Mhm.
the biggest takeaway, Ben, we that they talked about was the fire marks and that they need to try and unlock them. And I think they do give some backstory about what it was, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. They said that
Mhm.
once it sparks in one person, it can start sparking in a lot more. And they talk about Tanjiro being like, "Hey, this is important." That he ended up having that fire mark, and they show a flashback of like the first. I don't know if they said like first generation of demon slayers or like something like that, like the older generation when they all got
Mhm.
together and had those marks, and we see that dude, the back of him again, of the one that Tanjiro looks like, and that we have
Mhm.
been theorizing for a long time about who he is. So, yeah. So,
Yep.
I mean, I think to me that's the biggest takeaway. The other is why the Water Hashira is not training with the rest of them. We don't ever
Mhm.
get that explained to me. So, I don't know. We had it was so a lot of stuff to build off of, which is very exciting. But it's frustrating because I want to hear your thoughts, but
I
you
mean,
know.
I could talk about. There's one thing that I did. I don't know if I pointed this out whenever season 3 ended, but
Mhm.
during the fight with Yutaro in season 2, Tanjiro actually he gets the mark for the first time,
Mhm.
and I don't know if did you know that or
What do you mean?
he got the mark in season 2?
Yeah, that's on his head. It's kind of when it grew more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
No, yeah, they
Um.
said Tanjiro already had the mark, and then
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, the marks are very important.
yes, yeah, but
They're very, very
mm,
important. But there's a catch to them that I cannot wait for them to explain because it's really
Hmm.
kind of just like kind of kick in the face, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I get that, but I'm very curious because how long would you say the Hashira training arc is? Do you think that they're gonna get to the next arc
like
within this season, or
I don't know what they're gonna do. It's like 10 chapters.
it's only 10 chapters?
It's very short.
What? That's it. Well, they probably covered like 3 or 4 chapters in this thing, right?
Yeah, I wanted to. I need to go watch it to see how much they actually cover, but it's very
Well,
short.
I told you the last thing. They don't even like Tanjiro doesn't even start training in it. They show in the intro that he's going to be training, but the whole intro is themed around um the Hashira training arc. That's why it was kind of boring. We don't get to see him really fighting any demons. Like the only
Yeah.
fight that we do see that it hints at maybe is Tanjiro fighting Michael Jackson. They show it's a final shot of Tanjiro like running with his sword at the Michael Jackson villain, and that's where it ends. But the rest of it is literally just all Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro all training, and it with the
Mm.
different Hashira. That's it. We don't really see any of
Yeah.
them fight demons or anything. So it seems like if to have an intro like that, they're gonna need to cover, a bit more. So
I that's I don't know because it's a weird trade-off because this arc is very short, but the next one coming up is very long.
mm,
So I don't know if they're gonna take some from the next arc
they're
and
probably
like
gonna have to. Because how long are the seasons? It's 12 episodes usually.
26.
Oh, so they do 20. They do 26.
Well,
I thought the swordsmith was like only 12.
yeah, I'm still thinking of like the first season for some reason. The first season was like 26.
Hmm. Yeah. Um.
Hmm.
But I mean, regardless, it seems like they are wanting to focus a lot on this, from what it seemed like from the intro. Um. But I don't
It's
know.
just weird because there's not a lot to focus on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um.
After this, I'm gonna go and like
Yeah. I mean,
skim
you
over it
you can
again.
you can look right now and see what I can.
Yeah.
I tell you where I left off because, like I said, the last thing we really see is Tengen training the like just a bunch of random people just to show that he's back with his wives, that they're eating lunch.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's really the last thing. Or
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
so yeah. I mean, it's not. It seemed like a lot happened, but they might really be stretching it thin if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Okay. So Jesus, where are we?
Deep dives right now.
Okay, that's season 3. This is season 3. This is also. Yeah, okay, this is the start of it, I think. So what was the like last, like
The
the actual like last scene?
I don't even. I don't know. I think it was Tengen training the people. Maybe
Okay, let
I think maybe
me.
Zenitsu and Tanjiro have a talk, and Zenitsu gets mad at Tanjiro, and Tanjiro like just thanks him for teaching him that move where he can run super fast whenever he's fighting the demon in the last season, and he does like the thunder stance that Zenitsu does.
Okay,
So he talks to Zenitsu, and Zenitsu says like something, and then Zenitsu heads off to go training while Tanjiro stays in the bed. And
okay,
then he gets a message from a crow. I think he got a message from the crow, yeah, to learn about the whole Hashira thing. And he also was like, "Hey, I wonder why the water Hashira is not training with us." And then we get a shot of the water Hashira like alone in some wooden room. But that's it. I think that's the last thing I remember.
okay. You said that they had the all the pillars had the meeting, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see in? You did see the meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where?
There's two meetings. They have one at the beginning, one at the meeting where they decide to do they figure out about the marks, and the second one where they have where they all vote on if they should go ahead and do the training regiment, and they say yes. But that's like
Okay.
towards the middle of the movie or the middle of that section.
I think there's a lot of added content to the movie
Mm-hmm.
because okay, so 130,
One, two.
128, 128, 127, 27. Because 127 is whenever Nezuko conquers the sun.
Okay.
130 is when Tanjiro and Zangsu are talking in the hospital.
Okay.
And then, but one,
Can you tell me like the thing that happens like right after, if it's like not too much of a spoiler, and I can tell you?
but what I'm getting at is 137 is stuff that you haven't seen yet. So there's only like 7 chapters of content. But I'm not seeing some of the stuff you're talking about, so I think they added a lot.
Really?
Probably.
But a lot of it seemed important. Like stuff that I mean, well, there is a lot of like silly stuff with Tanjiro and like or like Zenitsu with the 3 girls, the butterfly girls, and like him talking to Nezuko being like, "Oh, I missed you so much, like we should get together." And then she like
Hmm.
she does a joke cuz she can speak now being like, "Oh, I love you, Inosuke." And she doesn't say Zenitsu. So like
Yeah,
that's like a little silly gag. So stuff like that
that's not bad.
probably.
But there's no way I'm missing. Am I missing something? Am I stupid?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, because at this part there are. That's insane. Unless this is still in the training arc, but yeah, there has to have added a lot of stuff.
Oh, we also get. Wait, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to. Something happened with Genya, and I was like, it made me think like, oh shoot, are him and that the mist dude, not mist dude, the wind dude related or something like that.
They are.
Okay, they are right. I knew. Okay, we already knew that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, thank you. I was with my friend, and he was like, I don't know if they talked about that yet. I was like, I thought he was related to him. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Wow. I don't know what they're gonna do with this. Cause there is oh my god. Like yeah, what the fuck? There's 7 chapters.
That's the whole arc.
That's yes, for the most part.
How long are the
I wouldn't
how
even
long are
say
the
it's
chapters?
art.
Like 20 pages?
Let me get one.
That's
Okay, one.
insane. That's actually
It's probably a
ridiculous.
good. It's pretty. Say 20, 30 pages maybe.
That's wow. Well, that's kind of
I don't
crazy.
know. Don't know what they're gonna do.
Regardless, yeah. So, huh? Interesting. So you're saying the movie got through like 2 chapters?
I, I just think that I have to go see it myself because I think they added a lot of stuff.
They I probably did, but yeah. I mean, I told you the main key points that are like
Yeah.
important. So again, I still have a lot of questions. Um, it's gonna be interesting. You said it was only 7 to 10 chapters long, which is crazy. So
Hmm.
who knows what they're going to do with this?
I so stupid. I really hope they don't make it a whole season of like
Mhm.
anime only content.
Yeah,
Like
that would suck. Or at least half a
just get
season
on with it.
of anime only stuff. That would be kind of cringe. I mean, have you been reading anything about the movie? Maybe people have said stuff or
No,
no?
no.
Well, guess you gotta go see it, Ben. That's
I
all.
guess
That's
so.
all it means. Make some time
Yeah.
tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, but I mean that's the biggest thing I want to discuss. I'm very excited. It was cool seeing all the Hashira together again. Um, Tanjiro seems to still be resting, so I think the
Hmm.
butterfly Hashira said that her sister's going to be watching over him and Nezuko. So it's going to be interesting to see if they get attacked soon or how that's going to happen. Because I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about and see. I'm interested if maybe Tanjiro might be climbing the ranks, maybe potentially becoming a Hashira. Who knows? But yeah,
We'll see.
maybe he'll be the. It seems like they're kind of pushing for that. That seems like what it's kind of leading towards with him getting Rengoku's blade and everything of their connection that they've honed in on, talking about so much throughout the past seasons ever since Rengoku's death. That who knows? Maybe it's time for him to fill in the ranks.
I
So
think so.
I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? But um, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun seeing everyone together. But yeah, I mean, I really wish they just made a full movie, man, instead of doing the first two episodes of being the first hour being like the last two episodes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. In theaters, the sound was crazy. Oh my god, it was so cool. Um,
Hmm.
but it's like we'd already seen this, but it's still really cool, regardless. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. All the Hashira, we've finally seen all the Hashira. It's exciting. So yeah.
I think it's
What?
it's impossible for them to fumble this. They've been doing so good with Demon Slayer.
I don't know. You think they'd fumble it just because of what? Like what makes you think that?
I just don't. They're not clear on the approach that they're taking,
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe
and
they are gonna do just like half of the season, the Hashira training arc, and then the other half start the next arc. Like I don't see why, and
I
then maybe
hope
finish it
so.
with a movie or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then maybe the intro is just long and it's just gonna be on the Hashira stuff. But who knows?
we'll see. I
We
guess.
shall see. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, without further ado, that's really all we had for today. It's kind of been, I don't know, anime and manga has kind of been a little. It's been slow recently. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got a new Chainsaw Man chapter Tuesday, which is gonna be awesome. But because the last one was peak. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm really keeping up with. I haven't started season 3 of Kuroko no Basket yet. Probably need to start that soon. But yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing. Ben, you still you watching anything? No, that's valid.
I really been watching or reading anything. I haven't been keeping up with JJK or Blue Lock.
Yeah, and no solo leveling episode this week, which was sad. But
Mid.
yeah, we'll be back
Mid
next week
leveling.
with it. So
Oh,
yeah,
mid.
but all right, Ben, you want to take us home?
Of course. Um, Thank you everybody for watching. Again, we appreciate all your support. Um, this has been episode 76
Yes,
of
sir.
the Otaku Brothers podcast. As always, my name is Ben, joined by my co-host. Are you on this side?
Yes.
Joseph. And we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Arrivederci.